Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Casty Boys podcast. I am joined by Eliot,
Hello.
Quinton,
Hello.
and Julian.
No, I am not here.
God dang it, Julian.
um, Sadly, Tyler couldn't join us today, so we just
He's
have
a dum dum.
these lovely people. So, to start off the podcast, I was thinking that our first topic should be our first experiences with video games.
Video game.
Really? I
Yeah.
couldn't know.
Elementary school. That's
No one
fine.
mentioned it.
Probably.
Do you guys want to go first? Because I think I already have my answer for
I already
this.
have mine.
How about I start?
Yeah, sure.
So my first experiences with games are probably so I think do you know like the Nintendo thing? So like it's like a box with a joystick on top
You mean
and it's got
the
like one button.
Atari?
Oh yeah,
Mm,
my
The
cousin.
Atari stuff?
I don't think it's Atari because it had like Nintendo games, so it had like Excite Bike
So wait, no, then
and
the NES.
it may have
Nintendo
no,
Entertainment System.
I have it around my house
I
somewhere,
own it. I
but
own one.
I don't think it's an NES, but
Well,
it's like a contained system, and you just plug it in your TV with the
I
like.
oh,
don't
it's one of
remember.
those to plug and play. That's what those
Yes, that's it.
are. Okay.
I think I know what you're talking
They're
about, but I
it's
never owned
bootlegged
one.
Nintendo
Oh,
games.
I never
don't
owned
think
one myself. I just always had
I owned a
friends that
SpongeBob one
owned
at one
them.
point. Don't know where that went to.
yeah, it's a. I think it's like a. Yeah, it's a
It's a plug and
it's a
play.
plug and play.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I had that and I had like Excite Bike, and I remember playing it on this like it was like 2 feet wide, and it was like
One of those
one and
really
a half
old
or 2 feet.
TVs.
It's like a tube
Yeah.
TV where it had like the curved screen and it was like
Yeah.
a gray box. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
one of
I know
those.
what you're talking about.
And you would plug the like yellow, red, and blue wires into the back, and I would play that for hours. It was
Yeah.
really fun.
I remember
And then
those.
I would play that, and then my dad would be playing World of Warcraft in the background.
Damn. I mean,
But yeah.
the earliest thing I remember, the first ever game ever I had was actually a Wii. That was me and my brothers and my families. But the first
Oh
actual
yeah.
handheld was an actual DS, 3DS, that I got one Christmas. So, Nintendo, I had a lot of Nintendo things at the time. Now I probably have like, what, 2, 3, 10, 5, who knows. But my earliest memory is Pokemon Soul Silver, which I basically broke. There's a long story behind. I had to get 2 DSs at one point.
I think we have plenty of time for the long story.
Well, yeah, true. Okay, I'm gonna go into it now. So, first, this lasted about like 10 years, and then my brother scared the fuck out of me, and then made me drop it on my porch, and was cracked the side. And I was really paranoid if I broke that thing. That's the only thing I got. And then one of my other friends, which I haven't seen her in like many years, she was actually one of my mother's patients a long time ago. There's a long story behind that. But she had a 3DS XL that she didn't no longer use. I paid $160 for it. Pristine condition, brand new. Well, not brand new, but it's been used, but works
Yeah.
perfectly. It's a Galaxy One 2, which I love space. And then I just kept everything there. There's that story.
Sweet.
And then the second thing I owned. Shit, what was that? Oh, first thing, we owned like 10 Wii's because everyone kept breaking permanently. You know when the Wii's break that. Ian, did you own a Wii at one time?
I had a Wii, and that was like my console for I don't know how long until I got
I
an
had a
Xbox.
Wii
Really.
for a while.
Yeah, you know that one point where it just makes a loud beep and you just fucking want to die?
I had a Wii in like middle school for a couple of years.
I got it in like
7th grade, I
I
think.
got it, I think I got it like
Maybe
when I was
6th.
4,
Damn.
and that's I think what was like that really got me into playing games
Yeah,
because it
that's
was
the same with me.
I played the Skylanders. Do you remember that game?
Oh, I do. Skylanders
Oh
Giants was my
man,
first one.
Skylander.
That was my
So
first one.
I remember I went to Target one day, and my dad was I went there with my dad, and anytime we went to Target, we had to go to the toy set or the video game section
Yeah.
because I mean, even if you just go over there, it's still cool to see.
I know, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and we found Skylanders, and I was like, Dad, can I get it? And he was like, why not?
Yeah, that's
So
what
I
my
got it,
parents said.
and it was, and then I beat the first game, the first and the second game,
Which
and
would be
like
Spyro's Adventure, I think.
yeah, first game was Spyro's Adventure.
Then it was Giants, I think.
Yeah, it was Giants, and I
Mhm.
beat those 2 games, and then after that, it kind of got off the rails for me.
Yeah, the thing is, with whenever I tried to beat it, mine broke like literally the worst time at the last second of the boss fight, final boss. It fucking broke. The Wii fucking broke. I don't know why. Still to this day, I can't play it. Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
can because I have a Wii U now, so. Yes.
How about Julian, Quinton? Do you have any
Yeah. Do you have
first
any
experiences?
experiences?
I think like my earliest one was going over to a friend's house and playing like Wii games, like Wii Tennis and all that.
I mean, yeah, but then. True.
Then I like stole my mom's computer for a while and discovered browser games.
Doesn't
which are
everyone?
really
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
mini
browser
clip and
games
stuff?
were my first experience with video games. I never had I never got one of those little handheld things.
Neither did
I
I.
never did. To this day, I've never had one. I think it was mainly just because I was scared of like losing it or breaking it, and they were really expensive.
They were at the time, yes.
When I was like 10 or 11, I got a 360, and that was the first time I ever had like a console. And so up until then, it was just like browser games and arcade things. They were pretty fun.
So Nintendo 3DS came out. Where did it come out? Come on, Google. Came out.
Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah, that's what I owned before.
I remember I got the Nintendo 3DS XL.
Yeah,
and so it was like this. It was a pretty big one, but it also had the 3D thing, and I couldn't use it because it would give me headaches.
Oh yeah,
Like
that I never turned it on.
you always had to have it at like a perfect straight on angle, and if you had it a little bit tilted, like it would just mess my mind up way too much.
Yeah, it apparently is in 2011.
Huh. I think that topic is kind of used up already.
Oh,
so
that is,
yeah, we've all talked about it.
So how about how everyone met?
Well,
Because I remember I met you guys this summer. That's
did.
it for me.
I met Quinton.
Have I seen you in person? I honestly don't.
No,
I
I've never met.
never met Ian.
I met
Julian, of course.
Yeah, I met
only
all of you guys.
Julian actually 2 years ago now. This is the second year coming up.
I think we first met in like 8th grade.
I don't remember you, to be honest. I'm sorry. I never noticed you. I didn't even know who you were.
I mean, that's perfectly fine. I was really quiet and weird in 8th grade.
I don't think you were in any of my classes, to be honest.
No, I wasn't. It was just like lunch that we would sometimes see each other.
Yeah, I was like, who was that guy?
And I hung out with Tyler and Quinton that year, so we like vaguely knew each other.
Yeah, I mean, I knew Tyler and Quinton my whole life.
But I honestly don't.
I grew up with Quinton and Tyler. Tyler,
yeah.
I mean, he moved into elementary. Is that right, Quinton? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, funny thing about that is that me, Tyler, and Eliot all lived like incredibly close to each other.
Because you moved,
we
remember?
know that.
Remember? You kind of moved a
Like,
little bit further.
I mean, pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close.
And when did you leave?
I used to live really close to you guys too.
Oh yeah, Julian does. I forgot. Yeah, I kind of
I used
had to be transferred out because the whole school system said just things and all that about my brother, which not true. So I had to get transferred out to a private school. Private schools are a fucking pain in the ass. Don't ask me. There's a certain school I'm not going to name because I can name, but I don't want to. That thing also insulted me and my brother. Then I was homeschooled for like probably 2-3 years. The rest of elementary, which I left in like 4th grade, did I?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. I spent 3 years homeschooled, and then 8th grade I transferred back into public school. Had a hard time, pain in the ass, if you ask me. And
dude, I saw you one day in like the lunch table, and I was like, "Holy crap! Do I know you?"
I know. I knew. The reason I knew Quinton stood out is because the height. The height.
Oh yeah, funny.
He's so small. He's so small. I can't. I
I
still.
am like average
Okay.
height.
Are you average height, Quinton? You're small. You're taller. You're not taller. You're smaller than me.
The tall isn't average height. I'm
Tall
not
is
my
an
height,
average.
okay?
How tall are you, Quinton?
Yeah,
I
we're not
haven't
having a
checked in-
podcast about
No, no, no.
Quinton's height.
I could go on forever, but Quinton, how tall are you?
I'm not disclosing that information.
No.
Oh my god. Alright,
So
so
then I met Ian. There was like a guy running.
Oh
Is that
yeah,
why?
Horseman.
oh, Horseman, yeah. No, we met it through Tyler. Tyler, remember?
Yeah,
I can.
Tyler.
Honestly,
I-
when I first like started talking to you online, I thought you were this guy that I knew in 8th grade.
I can.
But you're not. So
No,
I can talk about how I met all y'all.
yeah, sure, go ahead.
So I met y'all through Tyler. I
Mhm.
started playing Xbox with him because I didn't know he had a Xbox
Well,
One
no,
until
first,
like summer.
how you met
Or
Tyler,
last
that's the question.
So I met Tyler at summer camp. And I think we met in the summer after second grade, or after first grade, one of the two. But like we knew each other throughout 3 years, but we never really were we never talked between the summers. We were just friends during the summer, and then yeah, that was it. And then it started last summer that I actually tried to,
Reach
or
out
yeah,
and talk to
I
him.
tried to connect with him more.
Mhm.
And then I started playing Xbox with him, and then throughout that I started playing Xbox with y'all.
Mhm.
Um, and I've been playing Xbox with y'all for a year now, and it's crazy.
It is.
So yeah, I think I met Eliot first,
Yes, you did.
and then I met Quinton, and then I met Julian.
Yeah.
Mhm. I brought Quinton and Julian along for the ride as well. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Also, another topic that I have is why we started the podcast.
Well, we just.
That is a good question.
I
That
think
is
I
really
remember there was one night that it was like me, Tyler, and Julian, and we were up until like 4 a.m. just talking in GTA,
Yeah.
and I jokingly said it was like this is like a podcast right now, and then Julian was like, "That's actually a pretty good idea," and then Julian kept pushing it, and then I was like,
And then
"Yeah,
here
this
we
is
are
actually a
today.
pretty good idea," and then I
June
started
6th.
the server, and then yeah.
It is not June 6th.
June 17th. I did not mean June 6th. June 17th.
Also, another thing about video games, our favorite games.
From-
I think I have a pretty precise list.
Oh, dude. You can. I can.
So
I think I made a list.
my first, or my number one favorite video game is probably, uh, God of War 4
Oh my
on
man, I
PS4.
have to play that.
Yeah, it's got a amazing story. I won't spoil it if you guys want to
No,
play it,
I'm
but
gonna get it at some point.
but the ending is super satisfying,
Oh god.
and the character development is awesome. The gameplay is really solid. There's a lot of it's just really well thought out. Also, there is the mythology, the Norse mythology.
Oh my
I like
god.
that they switched over to Norse mythology because Greek mythology is really
Oh yeah.
it's
Bare
not a
bones.
good they're
Well,
just
not
super
bare.
bad people.
Yeah.
Like they just go around killing their relatives
Mhm.
and having sex with their relatives.
Yeah.
And it's really just
It's
not
so bad.
not good.
Relatable.
Dude, I know.
Hashtag
Wait,
relatable.
what?
You don't do that?
Did we just say that? Well, my favorite games have to be the Pokemon franchise. I can't that was the first game I played.
Which one? There are like a lot.
Yeah, I know. The first one was Soul Silver, and then the newer one I own is Pokemon Sword, which I love and I beat like 10 times. It's fucking amazing. But the game I played the most recent, Dead Cells, and I can't say this enough. It's one of the not easiest, It's one of the best hack and slash games I've played over the past years. It's simple, easy mechanics, but the development is fucking not phenomenal. I can't say that. I don't know why.
No, you can.
No, and it's not because I'm putting my limit on. I just can't pronounce it sometimes.
Oh.
It's just absolutely fabulous. And there's many references to be held too, like Kirby's. I forget what game now, but things like that.
Was it Yarn? I remember the
No,
Yarn one.
I don't know. Well, I can look this up now.
Quinton, Julian,
What are you guys?
Huh?
What
do
are
you guys have any favorite games?
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite games. My favorite game of all is probably Mafia 3. I don't know if I've told you guys about that or if you've heard of it, but
Yeah, I think I've heard
I
of
just
that.
really like mainly the storyline behind it. It really covers like racism back in like the 60s and 70s.
Which you don't
things like
really go that much, though, to be honest, that back.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so one of the
And
references...
it just has a lot of like symbolism and stuff like that. It's a good game. It's also really long,
Yeah, I've
which
heard
I
it was
like
long.
about it.
I played the
Like,
demo.
it takes a
for that
really
game.
long time to do things, and I like that about games, because like games that are over really quickly are pretty not fun.
Yeah, but one of the references, I've been playing a lot of the, what's it called? Uncharted games, and they are fucking amazing. Uncharted 3. No. Yeah, Uncharted 3, Drake's Fortune.
I know the music in that is really good.
Oh, it's
and
really good.
that stands out to
I
a
haven't
lot.
read that much about the Uncharted games, honestly.
Oh,
I've
they
never
are
read that
so
much about
fun.
them. What are they like about?
Wait a minute. So apparently in Dead Cells, there's a reference to Sea of Thieves.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's Quinton.
Quinton?
Go.
I have like a long list, but I
Well,
think
yeah, we all
out
have
of, like,
long lists.
my top threes is probably Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh, Black
Because I
Flag.
used to play that like a lot.
I can go to hours in this.
I have
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, but I've never played it.
Oh my god. You're
I don't know
missing
if
out.
it's Black Flag. I don't know which one it is.
Black
it's
Flag
Rogue.
is like considered to be.
I have Assassin's Creed Rogue.
No, Assassin's Creed 3, and that I played on the Xbox 360.
And some other one that I can't see the name of right now.
And more recently probably For Honor.
Oh, For Honor. Dude, you
Yes.
spent
Yeah.
how many hours? Like 10, 20 hours
I
on
still
that?
don't learn to play that
Oh,
game.
God.
Yeah.
100
I mean,
hours.
Julian, you're pretty good at it, to be honest. For your first try, I guess.
I mean, for my first try, but it's still not good.
I know, yeah.
Another one of my favorite games is their Overwatch and Anthem.
Oh, yeah,
It's
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it's simultaneously my favorite and least favorite game to play.
they abandoned development. They abandoned a lot of things that had potential. It had potential.
If they spent if they spent another year and a half on it, it would have been a much better game.
Yeah.
The story in it has the potential to be really good. But because they just kind of rushed it, so like they had a bunch of good storylines. There's the main storyline, but then there's also three different paths. So there's the side stories. So there's the Sentinels, which is the Sentinel Bryn. There's the Arcanist one, which is with Matthias, and which turns into Maddie, Sumner, and Lyle or something like that. And then there's another one which is with Yarrow, and that's with the freelancers.
But here's the thing.
And the what?
With Anthem, they're made by BioWare, and we all know BioWare.
BioWare's really good, yeah.
They made Mass Effect. If BioWare worked more on it, everything would be fine.
No, the thing is that they got rushed by EA.
EA is fucking stupid.
No, they're a corporate company.
Yeah, they are.
At
That means
heart.
they can't rush anything.
No, the like they uh they have a very strict schedule.
They
They
do.
they
I
need
hate
they need
that.
stuff to be done on time.
I hate it.
And
Like, come on. Destiny 2 took a while, and what? It's not rushed. It's one of the
but
perfect.
is that EA? I don't think
No.
that's EA. So, but like it's a very strict company, and I think BioWare just weren't able to keep up with what they needed, and they also didn't give themselves enough time.
True.
So like yeah, like the story it could be really good, but it feels rushed. Like the end is like you get up to this point and you've been like working, you've been getting a bunch of artifacts. You get like one artifact, but that's it. There's one like big betrayal, but that's it.
Yeah.
And the end is like you get to it and then you're just like really that's what happens. And it's like it's a really sad ending to that story because you can't like it's just finished. There's nothing like there's no big reveal or anything.
Yeah,
Um
I get that.
Yeah, I get
uh
that. You guys remember the original Destiny, right?
The end of Far Cry 5, kind of.
Oh, Far Cry 5, yeah, that ended.
Far Cry 4
The
and
ending
Far
of
Cry.
that was
Yeah.
like really anticlimactic,
Mhm.
honestly.
But
Oh yeah.
speaking of Destiny 2, they're made by Bungie, which Bungie's known for Halo. That's what it is. They're known for
really?
Halo and then all that. Which, and I'm not surprised, but the music are both produced by the same person who did Halo, which I'm actually really happy about. But
Oh, that reminds me.
rant,
Destiny
I have a little
Halo,
rant to do.
yeah.
Their DLC for Destiny 2, even though it's a free game, costs about like $100 for all 3 DLC. That's just fucking stupid.
Well, no, because the game used to be like a full paid game, but
Yeah,
then
it
they
was.
released the most recent DLC.
Yeah, which
And now
is Beyond Light.
Yeah, so basically they switched the game.
Over
back.
years.
Wait. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing. With Beyond Light, their new DLC, the deluxe edition of course, but they're saying it's gonna come out in 3 months. Even though recently it's just been announced. And just if you want to buy one, altogether, all 3. Well, no, all of it, $40 for just one DLC. That's stupid. Is it not? Like
I mean,
get it
in
for
my
making
opinion, it depends on how good the DLC is.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not
How much
even the
bang you get for your buck.
DLC. Like, if you want to progress, you need to buy the DLC. It's like, no, fuck you. We're gonna have you buy the DLC if you want to progress in the story. Like, come on.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to be grateful they made the game free in the.
Yes, and that's where it is. Yes, that's where it is.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, I remember you mentioned like music.
Mhm.
That reminded me of A Plague Tale, and that is like another game that I really like.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack is like phenomenal. And,
The also if I can jump in here,
Mhm.
the music in Anthem, it's the I think it's amazing stuff. It's some of my favorite music from any game. Uh, but she's worked on a ton of big games.
Who is
like
that?
she shoot hold on. Sarah Schachner, but she's worked on Modern Warfare. Yeah, but she's worked on a ton of big games, and she's an amazing artist, and
Yeah,
she
she's worked
did
on Assassin's
amazing
Creed
stuff for this
Odyssey
game.
though too. No,
That
Origins.
too.
My bad.
Origins
yeah.
is good.
Yeah, which is holy shit. She made a bunch, and mainly Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed too.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Origins, mainly Origins.
Also,
and then Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Like, yeah. Jesus.
also
Christ.
for Anthem, the gameplay, the combat mechanics, it's a really interesting idea of how they wanted the game to play. So like you're supposed to be flying around and hovering all over the place. The abilities for all the characters, they're supposed to be very specific to that character, and I found that I like how they did that. But there's not enough ability variety. So like
Yes. There's 4 abilities,
like
4
there-
classes. I
there's
wish they
like
had more classes.
3 different kinds of like assault rifles,
Mhm.
or like, and there's 2 different kinds of like the rest of the guns.
Yeah.
And that's like there's no weapon variety. Like if you play Borderlands, there is literally millions of different combinations of guns.
Yeah,
They
there
have
is.
like there's independent gun sounds. How each part of the
Yeah.
gun has a specific sound. They have a program to put it all together and make a completely different sound that no other gun makes. Like it's amazing how they did that. And Anthem could have done the same thing. They could have had something similar to that, but they just again got rushed.
Yeah.
Also, Overwatch.
Overwatch.
It's
Everyone
probably one
knows
of my
what
favorite games.
Overwatch is, Ian.
No, hold on. I know it's a popular game, but I
Yeah.
want to explain why I like it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
I know.
like, it's got a special place in my heart because I've been following it since its launch in 2014, and I pre-ordered the game in 2016, and I bought it, and I've been playing it since
When did it
launch.
come out?
It came out in May of 2016,
Okay, so
and it got revealed in
E3.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Destiny 2 came out in 2012, right?
Yeah. No, I think that was the original Destiny.
yeah,
you
Destiny
can't-
2 came out like in 2016 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Which one I knew I didn't. Let's say I never
swear,
knew.
I had one of my friends in like elementary school that was obsessed with the Destiny series.
Oh dang.
And I swear I remember him playing like Destiny 2 before
Before it came out.
Yeah.
Well, Destiny 2 is pretty recent. I mean, then you must be
Remember
thinking of
why,
the original
but-
Destiny.
I remember it so clearly.
Though.
Uh,
Oh, shit. I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say. Though.
yeah.
Ubisoft. As much as I love them, they make their games are really buggy sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking, Ian, you know how you went. I mean, we come back to this topic.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Another topic we have is hobbies or favorite things to do.
Well, mine's sleep
That's always nice.
and
Sorry, I
kind
couldn't
of eat
hear
food.
you.
That's it. Sleep and eat. That's it.
At least recently, I've
Uh.
been playing a lot of this game called Hearts of Iron 4.
Oh right.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I talked to you guys about it tonight.
Yeah, and
I don't know. It's
Julian,
just
you want to
really.
explain what it is?
I mean, yeah, it's just basically that you can lead any country through like World War II, and you have to lead it in like militarily and economically and everything.
Is it
And
only
it's cool
World War
because you
II?
can make alternate history scenarios, and
Is
it
it-
always ends like slightly differently.
Is it only World War II, or is it like? or
No,
do they
people
like,
have
DLCs
made
for, like-
mods for things like the Cold War or like modern day,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's
Yeah.
really cool. It's just got so many different like ways, so many different things
Yeah.
that can happen that I would find myself playing it a lot.
Yeah, it's not bad. Quinton, what about
Wait.
you?
Okay.
What's the question?
Like hobbies or the things you've been doing recently or something like that.
Sorry, say again.
Hobbies
Hop-
and things you like to do.
Hobbies. I like reading. And I'm shoot. In
Nerd.
elementary school, I used to read like a lot.
Wow,
In middle
okay.
school, I stopped.
Mhm.
What have you been
Um,
reading recently?
Sorry, you're cutting out.
What have
You've been reading.
you been reading?
Oh,
recently?
let me get the. yeah, Stephen King.
Ooh.
Stephen King's Dreamcatcher.
Ooh.
It's
What?
about aliens. I'm not a
Here's the
conspiracy
thing.
Oh.
Quinton's always been, just since like middle school, he's been obsessed with SCP. I don't know why.
No,
Wait,
I have
special-
not.
Yes, you
I just think
have. You've talked about
what
it
is-
every
cool.
minute.
I just think it's cool.
Wait, that's
no, I'm
SCU.
not.
Well, you
What's
have.
SCP?
Okay. The expert.
Yeah, go.
The expert?
Yeah, go.
Okay, so in reality, it's just a big writing project for people who get, I mean, well, they don't get together, but they like write.
A special book club.
No, they write
Say
like
again?
it's monsters, things from like
It's
outer
not
space,
exactly. No, also wrong.
sort of thing. Just I know a little bit about it, but I don't know exactly what it is.
All right.
I don't want to like
ahead.
nerd out.
No,
No. Go ahead.
yeah,
We have plenty of time.
Dude,
No.
no, Quinton, go. Don't let me
No,
call you a nerd
like-
again.
Brothers.
No.
We have so much time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
We're just reaching the half
How
mark.
long
So
are we doing this?
it's about an hour.
An hour or 2 hours? You think?
No, just an hour.
Okay.
Time is a constant.
I mean,
Well,
Ian, we
Go
could
ahead.
we could continue episode 2 where we left off episode 1.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We might be able to, but
Okay.
so go ahead.
So it's like a big writing project. You can look it up right now. Just look up
SCP
SCP
Foundation.
Wiki.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like right there. There's like thousands of separate SCPs, and there's about 4,000, maybe 5,000 total.
Mm-hmm.
Each one is like like anomalous. I guess they're like
Anonymous
they're things that don't operate by
people.
the laws of reality. I don't know.
So basically, things. Yes.
Just
So
like me.
wait, is I've heard of special containment unit. Is that based off of this?
Yeah,
There-
that
there-
is
Yes,
based
that
off
is.
of that.
Right. I don't know what I'm
Okay.
talking about.
And yeah. I mean,
Wow.
it gets a lot more complex.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, popular people have even talked about it.
Yeah, and recently there was this guy
Who?
in Russia who
Yeah,
tried to sue the no,
he tried to
tried to
claim
copyright.
everything.
yeah, he tried to copyright the logo, and then he tried to copyright like the entire website.
Yeah.
Oh my
And then-
gosh.
I know, yeah. No, he tried to copyright the whole SCP stuff.
That
Yeah,
is
he wanted to copyright like
ridiculous.
the entire
Because
thing.
it wasn't.
He didn't.
Was it his idea?
No, it was not his idea.
Yeah,
It was just some
exactly.
random guy who wanted to like profit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So there's that.
so recently, I've been doing a lot more stuff than I have in like a while.
Mhm.
So I've number one started streaming
Yeah.
basically
Almost
every day.
Yes. Which
Um,
gets annoying because my phone always dings when you are
Oh,
live.
what? You just turn off notifications.
Well,
it's
it is
fine.
off. It still dings.
I've been I haven't been making as many videos as I should be. I'm trying to make another one this week off of the CD stuff that I did today
How many have you
because
made?
that stuff was absolutely hilarious.
Oh, dude, that was,
Um,
yes. I mean,
uh,
last time, like, probably like 2 or 3 hours ago, you were in a battle, just somebody for like 2 hours, weren't you?
Yeah, it was about an hour and a half
Mhm.
or hour and 45 minutes of just purely trying to kill these guys and take our stuff back. We lost, but
I mean, you had fun doing it.
but yeah. Also, I decided to make a summer camp this summer because there's a ton of kids in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
There's some from 3 years old to like 10 years old, and that's who I'm gonna try
Ian,
and have
Ian,
the summer camp
you know what
for.
you do? You should invite me over there as well.
I'm not sure how good you are with kids.
Ian.
Also, I already figured out who
Well,
I'm gonna
yeah,
be
yeah, I
working
know.
with.
But basically, I have a bunch of kids in my neighborhood, and then, jeez.
I
You can
the
ask
thing
them.
is with the COVID stuff, I can only have 10 people,
Well,
and
no,
then,
no,
like
I
so
mean,
I
like,
can
not
only have 8 other
there,
kids.
but, like, you know, online and all that.
Oh, okay.
Not, like, being there.
But yeah, I've also been making a shed with my dad.
Mhm.
I've been doing a lot of
Outdoor.
hands-on stuff. So I made a platform for my neighbor's graduation. He was a senior this year, and he graduated. Hello everybody. Welcome back. We had some recording issues, so if any part got cut out, we apologize for that. So we were talking about what we've been doing recently.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's Quinton's turn.
so no, or
No.
No, I
because
won.
some of what I was talking about probably got
Yeah.
cut off. So I've been shoot, what have I been doing?
You've
All right,
been
so I
building
built a platform
shit.
for my neighbor who graduated. So and we had like this mini graduation ceremony. And we also started building a shed. So for the past week now, I've been helping my dad demolish this old shed that the previous owners of the house had, and it was really just a terrible job of a shed. Like there were 2x4s stuck together. Like they didn't even put the 2x4s vertically across the top of it,
Mhm.
so they just stuck two 2x4s together. And it's like, why would you do that? It's so
Yeah, like
just so dumb.
Oh Jesus Christ.
There were also it hadn't been used in like I want to say since like 2011.
Damn, that's old.
So there's cobwebs everywhere. There was rat nests in there. There was a
Oh,
bee colony that I think was in the wood,
bees.
or there was a snake. One of the two. There was a snake actually. I'm not sure if what we heard was a snake or bees.
Bees.
Either way, the next day we came back, they were gone.
Oh
So
damn.
that's good.
The
Uh,
snake probably ate the bees.
I don't think snake would.
I don't think snakes eat bees, Elliot.
I don't think that's how the natural order
Because
works.
that'd be so scary. The flying snakes. That'd be scary.
Flying. All right. Uh,
Snake.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
so but yeah, like it was rotting. That also we found like this. In college dorm rooms they're gonna have like a dresser, so it's got like cabinets above it, and there's like this platform on the thing, so you can like write stuff down, or you have a lamp or something like
Yeah.
that. There was one of those in there,
Huh.
and there was a rat nest in one of
Oh.
the drawers. So imagine like you just like open up the drawer, you just feed your thing, and then you go and then you put it back in,
Yeah,
and
it's
you
like the
keep
rat
working
says,
on your work.
"Hello, I want food." Now fuck off.
Uh, I see Tyler's in the call and he's no longer shitting. That's nice.
He's always done it. Like that's his thing. Is his bio.
But yeah, I've been doing that. So we finished demolition a couple days ago. But my dad's been going to work every day, and so it hasn't really been working too well.
No, what does your dad work as?
He works in the government.
Oh, the government.
He works in satellites and stuff.
So like, no.
It's not Space Force. Not
Damn
Space
it!
Force.
Dang.
I am
Jeez.
sorry.
The Space Force is only one person right now.
No. Have you seen
They
that?
had
I'm
to
talking
delay
about
the
show the
swearing in
space.
of
Show
all the
space.
other
They're-
people. They had to
they're-
delay the swearing in of all the other people.
Yeah.
They're
Second person.
they're
because
starting
of
that.
coronavirus.
They're starting that soon though.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
I just got word that Tyler can join right now. Should he?
Yeah.
No, because he's on his phone and he doesn't want to have bad audio.
No, his audio is pretty
Okay.
good, to be honest. I mean, we can always cut it out.
It's
Dude,
fine.
I'm on my.
Yeah, but whatever.
Imagine you have a phone now.
Somebody's voice.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Try.
Wait, doesn't Tyler have
Julian,
a school?
He should join.
Yeah, doesn't Tyler have a school company?
You should let him join.
I'll type in general, and you guys can talk. Julian, it's your turn.
What?
What have you been doing?
It's your turn. Talk about what you like to do.
What are we talking about?
What do you like to do?
It's the hobbies / what you like thing.
I thought we were talking. Okay. Recently, another thing I've been doing is like.
Oh wait, you did.
Yeah.
You were talking about
I mean,
sorry,
I have another thing I can talk about.
Oh, hello, Tyler.
Oh wow.
Hey, boys.
Tyler, to
It's
talk
not
about.
as bad as we thought, is it?
So
No.
I just decided, I wanted to be here for the first one. So
Well,
Alright.
you're
We've got-
Later,
like
you
half
will
a minute,
remember
30
first.
minutes late.
We can record. We don't have
Dude,
to
we
stop
can
an
record
hour.
episode 2, episode 1, part 1 again. No, episode 1 redone again.
No,
we're not doing.
I want it to be a solid
Hour.
a solid hour at least.
Well, it might go over.
Yeah, we can
Hmm.
go over. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tyler. We have a lot of topics.
We do. We
Okay,
went through
cool.
a few, and we're gonna go with you now.
We
So
can
Okay,
go
cool.
into you can go into topics. So
First-
yeah.
first one is introduction. And
Second one is first experiences with video games.
no, we should start introductions first. How we met and all that, which will give
Okay.
us some light on how me and Quinton
So
met.
So I've been doing that, but also I haven't kind of another topic. What did you guys do during the school year? Because I was I was a pretty different person during the school
Oh
year.
yeah, I was too.
I number one, I kind of am a music nerd. I'm a percussionist in my school band. Uh, and I started making music a while ago.
Nice.
So like I made a bunch of covers for music. So I think I did a Marshmallow Alone. I did that as a percussion cover, and I was gonna
oh,
play
that's
that
so cool, man.
with my friends, but we didn't end up doing it because my actually no, I just didn't end up printing it out, so we didn't do it. But next year, as soon as that starts, as soon as we actually get into school, then we'll we're gonna do that.
Sounds like
I also I used to play soccer, or no, I still play soccer, but I don't play soccer as much. Um, just because I don't have a team to play with right now.
I mean, I used to play soccer in elementary, and Tyler knows that whole issue.
Yeah, I've
all
played
did.
soccer since, gosh, uh, kindergarten, I believe, or no, first grade, because that's when I met my friend Robbie. He might be on another podcast. I don't know. But yeah. So I've been playing soccer ever since I was little, and that's a big part of who I am. Uh, and I actually tried out for the soccer team, the school soccer team, last year. Um, and that did not turn out well. I just barely made it in, I think.
Oh,
Uh, yeah,
sucks.
but no, it was still cool to be able to
yeah.
get the opportunity to be on the team and
I
like represent my
remember
school.
in elementary with soccer, like if you were like one of the few, yes, you would start, and then shit, it's still going on now. I think over a long time, long ass time. Tyler, you want to shed light on the story, don't you?
No, not really. I was never a big soccer person.
You're in football mainly.
Yeah,
That's what I
football
remember.
mainly. Although naturally, I was born luckily with natural athletic ability.
Oh
So
yeah, you definitely were.
generally, whatever sport I pick up, I can be mediocre at.
What about golf?
I
What
would
about
think that
golf?
Tyler would be pretty
Yeah,
good.
I know.
Like I feel like you've got golf. You
Golf
could get a
is
pretty
such
solid
a
swing.
rich people sport. I feel like.
For real.
Oh my god.
I
You're gonna
heard
hate
a
me.
I heard a
I
I heard a
kind of
oh.
grew up. My grandparents, my grandfather, he played golf before he went blind, and oh my god,
The virgin golf.
what?
The Chad.
He doesn't still play golf.
No, he's blind now.
That doesn't mean he can't play golf.
He can't see the ball at all.
I mean, it'd be a lot harder.
Just point him in the
It's the
direction of the
try,
hole.
I guess.
That's that easy.
He can hardly walk though.
Just hold him up. You hold him by the shoulders, and then you just tell him to swing, and then just goes nuts. And you can completely miss it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. I mean, he still has his golf buddies though. He talks to every once in a while.
Plays golf with his golf buddies. He
Well,
just
no,
drives them
no.
around.
He has
The
buddies
chauffeur.
that he talks to once in a while.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
About this.
Yes.
About what?
About
the
this, the podcast and everything. This is going to be so from my experience with podcasts, there's a group of people, there's a main group, and then we invite guests onto the show and
Yeah.
yes,
and
that's
So
exactly
whatnot.
what
Do
I'm
that.
talking about.
That'd be pretty
So
fun.
Yeah.
so I'm
So-
assuming that we are the main group.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are
Yes.
the main. We are the main Casty
We are the
boys.
main
And then
five.
I was gonna. So like Henry. I was gonna bring him in for the next podcast or something like
Like,
that. I could also bring in some of my other friends.
you can bring in some of ours.
Yeah.
Robbie, Chris.
What I was
Just
thinking
a
was
bunch of
every
other people.
episode we have a new guest. That's what I was thinking. If you're down for that.
Yeah, yeah. We could bring Silty in for one.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's
No,
You could bring
easy. Yeah, that's
Casey
what,
in for
what
one.
time is?
Oh, Casey. We have to bring Casey in.
Oh
Alright.
jeez, that's gonna be a fun podcast.
That is so much fun. I'm looking forward to that.
I don't know. She's not a very like constant talking person.
Yeah, that's
Like
the
she's
thing.
very quiet, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I mean,
that's
we
why
should-
the
we should
purpose of the
prepare questions,
podcast is
though.
to be question based.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I say we come up
not
with a
like
whole
just
line of questions
conversations,
for
but
her.
we need to prepare like questions for people.
Mhm.
Yeah. What? So, how about Julian, Quinton? What did you guys do during the school year?
Say again?
What'd you do
What did you
during
guys do
school?
during the school
Quinton is
year?
still here. I didn't even know. I thought he left.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we all, me, Tyler, and Quinton, and Julian, we were like pretty much together in the school year.
Together.
We had lunch. Maybe not.
Hmm.
Every once in a
Yeah.
while.
Well, see, the problem was with I guess with our school year, we last year had a lot of our classes and a lot of our schedules were based off of. Well, we got to see each other a lot more, and then when we got to this year,
Everything was fucked.
it was a big surprise because it was a whole change and everything, and there
Mhm.
wasn't
Yeah,
very
I think
much.
I don't even get to walk home with you guys anymore.
There wasn't very much a group dynamic anymore.
No, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
During the school
had-
day at least.
I had English class with you for part of the year until
Mhm.
Yeah, no.
I closed school.
Until Big
Julian,
Mama Rona came.
Yeah.
we had a whole year together. Remember, whole English. That was freshman
Oh
year.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
I don't think I've ever had any class. Wait, no,
No.
I have. There was theater that I had with Quinton last year.
Oh yeah.
I had no classes with Tyler, no classes with Quinton, and one class with Julian freshman year.
Yeah, I had 2 classes with you guys freshman year. One with Eliot and one with Quinton. I had
Yeah.
one class for a while with Tyler this year, but only for a little while.
Yeah.
When that school closed. So yeah, there's a lot less of a group dynamic this year. And with my schedule and what's it called? I don't know, the dual enrollment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the second school that I go to. I
Mhm.
can't I never got to walk home with you guys anymore.
Oh,
True.
gosh.
So
Yeah,
it's a
because of
lot
the.
less
Wait.
of a group dynamic.
Wait, Julian, you did dual enrollment this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what is the class for?
Graphic design.
Oh, that's sick.
I think our school
Yeah,
had something for that too.
There's some dual enrollment stuff at my school, but most of it isn't good. Like you can only do it like English.
Oh, that
English
sucks.
is the main thing I know.
Mhm.
And I think you can do that your senior year. But I mean, like, for me, I didn't do any like AP stuff this year, and I purposely didn't do that because I didn't want to lose my mind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm not the best.
Government is so stressful.
I'm not.
I've
Also,
heard.
you guys are in a different school district than me. I'm
We
in
are, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, we are.
So you guys have a completely different kind of like classes and school system than I do.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was thinking we could talk about that in another podcast.
Yeah,
but,
another podcast.
something like
One
that.
about the life podcast at some point.
The life podcast.
start from little baby.
Start from when we were born all the way to now, but no, that'd be too boring.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
I was born and I immediately started crying.
Yeah, I woke up and I was floating around the womb for a little
Yeah.
bit, man. You know.
I came out. I don't know about y'all, but I
I
came
think
out of the
that's-
womb.
I
Just
think that's pretty relatable.
came out of the womb, just jamming on a drum set. I don't know, like.
I don't know about y'all,
Ian,
but
I
came
think you
out of
just
the
added
womb and
one of
instantly
the
grabbed a book to
best
read.
topics I could have seen.
What? Oh, are you looking at the topic thing?
I am the most recent topic that you just.
What,
put
summer
down.
camp?
No.
Oh, relationship experiences.
Yes.
But
That-
that's we can go on that
Oh,
I can go
yeah,
on that for
definitely.
hours.
I can do the same.
Or actually no, I can't go on that for hours. But there's a lot of that
Oh, there is.
around.
Trust
I
me.
could go on that for a while.
Yeah, we
honestly.
all can.
We can do that next podcast.
Oh,
We can
yeah.
record that
Yeah.
later after this.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Couple-
So, back to the introductions.
Yeah.
I
Introduce Tyler, so.
feel as if, I just feel like Elliot decides to go out on like completely different tangents from what we were actually going to be talking about.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
that happens.
Like we were talking about
Sometimes.
introductions, and then he ended up talking about his youth soccer league.
No,
So
Ian talked about sports.
No, I was talking about the soccer
Oh,
league
true,
true,
that I
true.
played on.
And
So
then I went on saying about soccer, and then all that.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
a podcast, you
I
just go
on
with
that.
different topics. Each one, it doesn't matter which order they go in, though.
yeah.
So, just an energy branch of.
So I liked what you were talking about earlier about the what we were what we were doing before pepperonavirus.
Yeah.
My so
Oh,
what
actually,
was
I might
Mhm.
have to, if I can intervene here, I might
Yeah.
actually have to bleep that out
Oh, right.
because you'll actually get demonetized
I forgot about
and
that.
like
Yeah.
you
Wait,
won't get
talking about what?
If
talking
you,
about the disease that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Are you
Uh,
kidding me?
No, we're
I'm
not
not
joking.
joking.
No.
So
So
ridiculous.
yeah, so what happens is that the algorithm doesn't like you talking about that.
No, and then
So
YouTube gives you a red flag.
Seriously.
we need a substitute word for that. What do you think we
So-
can have it?
Just we can
The
bleep
C
it.
virus.
What is
Senior-
it?
The C virus.
No, you gotta have a clever name.
How about the V?
I
Big Mama Rona.
No, I know someone's all saying that though.
Mama R.
Mama Rona.
All right. Oh yeah, I'm kind of fine with Mama R.
Yeah, well,
The pepperonavirus.
That works.
pepperoni. That works.
Pepperona.
That
Yes.
works.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
that works.
Pepperona. We're gonna call it that from now on.
Uh,
So Tyler,
Quentin's pleased.
Tyler, you can keep going
Yeah.
now.
All right, cool. So I liked what Ian was talking about earlier about your experience where you were at before and during the school year before Pepperona came around. And I was literally just starting to pick up and take off with my I guess you would call it working musician.
Oh yeah,
stunt.
your gigs, right?
Yeah. And then it hit, and
Everything's going downhill. Well, not downhill.
well, it's
but
not that it's gone hill. It's just
hard for you.
flatlined.
You bring
Wait,
it up
what's
every,
flatline?
like,
Sorry, I
once in a
missed that.
while.
My working musician career now.
So
Oh, yeah.
are they just not allowing any musicians to come in anymore, or what?
Yeah, no, because singing and playing and singing and the breathing and everything it's not necessarily good for stopping the curve.
Are
I
there
guess.
are there
What
any
curve?
online
How?
musician jobs like that? Like I would assume that like there's something that like there's got to be something that like fills that kind of that forget what it's called, that area of business.
So it's interesting that you say that because there's this app called Jam Kazam that I've been using, but the hardest thing is, in order for me to, I guess, have an audience, I need to actually put it out there. But none of the community who follows me, and the community who was beginning to follow me, has access to that. Because it's a monthly subscription and whatever. Unlike all of these other live digital concert apps and whatever, this is my platform that I unfortunately chose.
Yeah.
So it's hard. I'm thinking about transitioning. I just need to, one, find the time, two, always have a guitar with me, which is hard because I've been traveling a lot. And then 3,
Do
I don't know, find more motivation.
do you
Yeah.
have?
Makes sense.
I know like sometimes in a guitar can sometimes be like annoying. What about like electric guitars that you can like you just plug in and nobody else has to hear it? Is that or my experience my knowledge on guitars is not very wide, so you probably know more than me about that.
Yeah.
But like,
So I just recently got literally the only thing I spend money on
Just guitars.
a brand new blues box guitar, which is half electric, half acoustic.
sweet.
It's super easy to travel with. Everything about it is light and easy. It comes with a super awesome case and everything. And so that has made my life so much easier.
Also,
Uh,
just to clarify, that half electric, half acoustic, does it mean like it can make sound as an acoustic guitar and it also makes sound as an electric or
yeah, depending
okay.
on how I adjust it.
Because
Okay.
Tyler, the guitar I have is pure electric, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's pure electric.
Mhm.
However, you do have a camp rock acoustic guitar for some reason. So
That was so old. That was from a garage sale like 10 years ago.
yeah,
All the
And then you
days
saw my dad's
together.
old guitar.
yep.
That's an acoustic.
I never got to fix that up
No,
actually.
which we're going to plan. I'm gonna have you fix it.
Cool.
Also, as a side note, you and Henry will get along spiffingly talking about guitars.
Oh damn.
Awesome.
He's just gotten back into playing guitars.
Oh.
He used to be pretty good when we were like in elementary school,
hmm
and so I'm excited to see how that
Yeah,
turns out.
yeah. Well, this whole quarantine and everything has been awesome to get back into old hobbies or even new hobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has.
Which is
Yeah.
awesome.
That's pretty neat.
So I'd like to move into my introduction. Um, uh, I met Ian when I was God. How young were we?
I think it was like first grade, like the year after first grade or the year after
Mm-hmm.
second grade at
Yeah.
camp.
At yeah.
I'll have to bleep that out. I don't want to.
You are gonna have to bleep
I
that
was
out.
I, I was about to. I was like, let's
At
not
summer
mention any
camp. Yeah.
specific.
At beep. And I feel like at first um, mainly because one, I was brand new to the camp. Well, right, kind of.
I remember your mom worked at the school for a while, didn't she?
Yeah, exactly. So I wasn't necessarily new to the school, but I was new to the camp community.
Yeah.
And so you and I remember clicked right off the bat. And that was cool because I didn't necessarily have many other people who I was friends with at camp yet. And so
I feel like we could make an entire podcast, like one episode out of our experiences at Brown. That place is nuts.
Yeah, but I think we should keep introductions
Toilet
short.
ball,
yeah.
Beyblades.
And then all right, so I met Eliot when I was in actually the exact same time period at in elementary school, which was crazy, along with Quinton
Yeah.
actually.
Me and Quinton
And
were like
so
together already as friends.
yeah, you guys have always been together.
Mhm.
You cute little lovebirds.
It's my nature that I think that I don't know. I don't know. I have a nature of making friends.
Thanks.
Really quick.
Yeah, cool. Good to know, Ellie.
Sorry,
Have a
Jesus
nature
Christ.
that. Okay. And then I met Julian in 7th grade, I believe.
No, I think it was 8th grade. I was in DC in 7th grade.
Okay.
I live in Arlington.
Okay. So I met you in
Yeah,
8th
bleep that
grade
out.
then.
Yeah.
But So yeah, that and you had, I guess, joined our group
Eighth, it was freshman year, wasn't
in
it?
no, it wasn't freshman year. Well, technically it was freshman year, but we
Yeah,
met
freshman year
you.
was when I really got to know you guys more. But
Yeah.
it's great. I sort of like associated with you guys a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah. So those are my introductions. I don't know if you guys have already done
We've done
yours or
yours.
anything, but
Yeah.
We've done it.
yeah, cool.
Yeah. So we're at an hour. We're at an hour, 62 minutes.
Not
Uh,
exactly. I mean, it's 28.
what's yours at?
Mine's at. What do you mean? We've been recording
What's
for
your
28 minutes.
timer at?
We
28
can't go
minutes.
off of mine.
32, 28. Okay, we can go for a little bit longer,
Yeah,
just
we can
to
record
fill in
episodes if you want,
any
I
extra
guess.
stuff.
Yeah.
Tyler, do you remember why we started the podcast?
I believe we were all just sitting around and we were having some kind of deep conversation on the Xbox.
Yeah, it was like
And
at
we were
4
like,
a.m.
oh my God, why don't we start a podcast?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty
Because
sure that was it.
I don't know. I just feel like we're all really good at just sitting around and
Doing
talking about
nothing.
random crap.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we are. Pretty cool.
Julian, do you mind turning your volume down a little bit? It's kind of loud.
Yeah, sure. Give me a sec.
You can also right click on his name.
I know that.
and-
It's at like
Okay.
It's at 120, but it's still kind of
Oh,
loud.
okay.
Actually,
You can turn it down.
No, it's
I mean,
Why don't you
if it's at 120,
fix your
it's
ears
higher
down?
than 100.
But yeah, I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah, I think
We started off
Okay.
with our stuff, and then we finished with Tyler's idea of why we started this podcast.
Yeah. I think we're missing a topic with Tyler though.
We can do it in the next episode.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, yeah. See y'all in the next one.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.